three cheers makes it. Hip hip. Hooray. Hip hip. Hooray. Hip hip. Hooray. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Worshipful Mayor of Harrow, relatives, colleagues, and friends. Can I start by thanking the Chairman and the Board of Directors of Sangat Center for not only organizing the evening, but making it a wonderful, entertaining, and above all, getting together all the friends and family members with whom I can share the honor. Without the support of my wife, family, colleagues, and so many of you, I would not have been able to stand here this evening. I thank all the speakers and am humbled by what they have said about me. I'm here today to offer my sincere gratitude to dozens of people without whom this experience would not have been possible. I would also like to briefly discuss my journey of going the extra mile that has played part in my association with various charities. I thank all those who have supported, assisted, and helped me. In my secondary school days in Kampala, some of my old friends present here would remember that I was appointed head boy continuously for 3 years. I headed Gujarati Literary and Debating Society and school cricket team. I'm proud to say that my grandson, Shai, please stand up, is following my footsteps. He is the head boy at Readyford School in Pinner. I was one of 26,000 people expelled from Uganda. I came to the UK in August 1972. In December of the same year, I met a few elderly Asians sitting on a public bench in front of Debenhams in Harrow. When I heard their stories, it shook me. The elderly were not allowed to stay in the house while their children were out at work in case the heating was overused. Telephone bills would go high. Utility bills would mount up, and friends would mess up the house. During one Saturday evening in February 1973, Chandrakant Patel, Naveen Soda, Mahesh Luka, and I discussed this problem. Later, Asu Malde and Ashok Shah joined us, and we planned in 11 North Avenue, Harrow, the setting up of Anglo-Indian Art Circle with the aim of providing cultural activities, setting up place for elderly Asians to meet, and alleviate communities' social and legal problems. Anila Shah, Anila, please stand up, who joined me in 1974, has been with me in voluntary and professional capacity to date and has worked very hard on most of the projects. Anglo-Indian Art Circle today is Sangat Center. Organization that started in 1973, something that neither belonged to a religious cult nor a caste group, wasn't a bed of roses. And believe me, it was a path of thorns and many hurdles. I could have given up and started making money. But the only thing I did not do was to get fed up and give up. I kept on crossing the hurdles, not only with Sangat project, but with many other projects that I got involved with. We were pioneers in getting the vegetarian meals at Northwick Park Hospital. Further down the line, despite of the then leader of the council saying that they, meaning Asians, would get vegetarian meals on wheels on my dead body, we were providing 70 meals on wheels a day. In 1974-75, we were invited to a meeting where a gentleman called Tara Mukherjee was trying to set up an organization, namely Confederation of Indian Organizations. This meeting was in the afternoon. Some Gujaratis present at that meeting went to form a federation of Indian organizations same evening. I sided with Tara Mukherjee, and what you heard from Tanzim was my association with CIO. While the government was trying to introduce compulsory ID cards, Tara and I parted company on disagreement on ID cards. After being together for 30 years, I was totally opposed to compulsory ID cards, whereas Tara was in favor. Incidentally, in 2015, before CIO's 40th anniversary, Tara Mukherjee came to see me and told me that CIO has its own problems and it is going to become a defunct organization with animosity amongst the members. He insisted that I should go back and revive it. Having left CIO, I had free time and started concentrating on developing Sangat Center. The Millennium Commission promised to match 50% in grant aid if we could raise 270,000 pounds. The first donation and free publicity came from a very dear friend of mine, Mr. C.B. Patel of Gujarat Samachar. Chandrakant Patel, Chandra, please stand up. And Chandrakant Patel and I raised 242,000 pounds and donated towards the rebuilding fund. Mr. Mahesh Doshi, Mahesh Bhai, is he gone? Mahesh Doshi and Pankaj Patel provided their quantity surveying and legal services free of charge. It would have costed us 50,000 pounds in 2007. The center, as you heard earlier, got the Royal Shield and was opened by their Royal Highnesses, the Count and Countess of Wessex. I was involved with Jaya Shah in running Saturday Gujarati School for nearly 10 years. At one stage, we had over 250 students and a number of them passed O-levels. Along with Madhujani, I ran a 12-bedroom hostel for elderly Asians who were kicked out of their houses for 8 years. Throughout this period, the occupancy remained 100% and there was always a waiting list. I have also, as you heard from Krishna, been president of National Congress of Gujarati Organizations. I must thank the late Mr. I.K. Patel, who had great faith in me. I.K. was one of the founders of NCGO. Mr. and Mrs. I.K. Patel, Banu, and I were invited to Buckingham Palace to meet the Queen, the Duke, and all the royal family members way back in 1976. And we spent 4 good hours in the palace. Again in 1980, I was invited by the Queen to Buckingham Palace. In 1983, Prince of Wales invited me to Kensington Palace, and I spent nearly 5 minutes during the evening talking to late Princess Diana. I also headed, as Krishna told you, Harrow Refugee Forum for 5 years. I sat on the National Lottery Board, giving grants to hundreds of organizations. I made sure that Asian organizations had a fair share. Just give you 2 examples, and there are many. Darji Mitra Mandal in Wood Green and Prajapati Samaj in Southall were given £100,000 each for their building projects. I also chaired Northwest London Community Foundation, giving grants to organizations in Northwest London. As the president of Greenford Lions Club said, I enjoy being with the Lions family. While doing charitable activities and donating money to worthy causes, we enjoy ourselves. There are many other projects I have been involved with, and there are many stories to be shared. In 2015, a well-wisher approached me with nomination for honors, and I declined as I did not feel I had contributed enough. Again, in 2018, I declined. Nemubai Chandaria and Rajiv Shah insisted that, and they told me, if not for yourself, but for younger generation and for inspiration to other fellow charity workers, I should not decline. So many of charity volunteers present here do a phenomenal work, and it is time that we made sure their services are recognized. My biggest critic is my wife. She would say in her typical Surti style, enough of blowing your own trumpet. How about you, Besija? Therefore, for all the people I have worked with, and the list is very long, I bet when I go home, I would say to myself, oh, I forgot to mention so-and-so. Oh yes, I nearly forgot Krishna and Jitubai, who had organized a felicitation dinner on 18th January. And tonight, I have to say thank you to Deepak, Anila, Pravinbhai, Haris, who have worked extremely hard, making sure that people I am and have been associated with come and celebrate the evening with me. I would like to ask all of you to take a moment to think about the importance of our future in a foreign land. Educating our children is one. 2, tomorrow's problems demand bright, hard-working individuals to solve our community's problems, and the only way we can create a network of individuals acting as a community to support our charities, as the countless number of people depend on their continued support and strength. And the third and the most important is getting involved in local and national politics. My friends, I share the award with each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you for making us part of your journey and this special evening to celebrate with you. Thank you very much, Kanti Bhai. Thank you. We're going to be commencing with little music, and then we have, I believe, Deepak Bhai is going to guide me if there are a few people who want to say something, but I'll let you know who they would be. But in the meantime, relax, have something to drink. Soon desserts are going to be ready. Tea,